So, you know when you have one of those friends who you've been friends with for a long time, probably, but that's not absolutely necessary. The main component I'm driving at is we have a friendship where maybe you share some of the same core, childhood residues, let's say, right? That we're still kind of working through. And maybe this friend, if it's anything like the one I'm talking about, maybe you even have some synchronicities with when you both go through working through these things, these residues, these wounds, they're called. Well, I got into a little bit of a disagreement with this one such friend. And at first I was feeling very indignant, right? I was feeling very justified in not being, not feeling like letting it go, not feeling like forgiving, not feeling like having the compassion, the understanding. And then I did a little bit of breath work, I did a little bit of meditation, a little bit of journaling, and it dawned on me. Conflicts are not really about anybody else. No, no. They're about the us we believe ourselves to be now and the us who would have done what the other person did. Just so happens to be thoughts, words, actions, behaviors, embodiments that we have not expressed compassion for ourselves for doing previously, for being, for embodying, for conjuring, for allowing, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so I reconciled that within myself. I realized very, very obviously that there were many instances where I acted the same way. So this was for my own growth, and most likely, maybe the same could be said for the other person. I can't speak for them. I won't. But for my part, what I recognized after all that, after gaining the compassion, and then, a little bit of, darn, I wish I could have realized that in the moment, and that would have perhaps helped me to de-escalate a little bit more effectively, would have helped me to express more compassion in the moment for me, you know, me through the other person. I am in Lakesh, you know what I mean? I and I. And then I eventually got to the place where I realized that really my wish is that I would, it brought a intention, and it brought a newfound importance to gaining additional abundance, unlocking, clearing the way for more abundance, financial abundance to come out, because had that been there, then this conflict would not have really even happened, right? So this is how it goes. There's always a catalyst in most cases. This was the catalyst, most likely intended to be that way, most likely what I manifested. and most likely what I needed. So, perhaps there's a situation in your life that when you read this or when you see this video, maybe it recalls a situation in your life when you were or are upset with somebody, and maybe it helps you realize that it's really just you not understanding that that is you who would have acted that way in another day, a previous time, maybe now, maybe future, I don't know. Maybe that's there, maybe not, I don't know. And, but if so, perhaps this can serve to, encourage you to find that compassion for self, integrate that understanding, that acceptance, and hopefully create a little bit more peace within. Because that's really what it's all about, right? Creating more peace within. Getting rid of all of these conflicts that we have internally. That way we can reflect out a much more reconciled, much more balanced, much more level-headedness in the moment. It's easy to be super understanding and when we're, in deep breathing all the time. But what about when we actually head out there and there's split-second decisions and our subconscious programming comes out? How does that roll? That's the real test, isn't it? All right. See ya.